Legendary Pokemon are awesome. They have immense power rivaled by few, and it takes an experienced and talented trainer to control one. The Pokemon
I don't want to pause a lot, but I will if I need to. If it can be caught in a ball by a 10-year-old, then it's not godly. Well, that would be more towards Arceus. But still, it's not absurdly strong. They are still pretty strong. But still, if it could be caught in a ball by a 10-year-old, then you don't have to be talented.
franchises.
Because Leon failed to catch Eternatus. Granted, he was using a Pokeball. But the 10-year-old protagonist who just got their starter like a few days, a few hours ago, like, no.
Come a long way since its early Gen 1 legendary birds and Mewtwo, producing many exceptional creatures over the years that have awestruck and terrified fans. So today we're going to be counting down a list of legendary Pokemon who have not only blown our minds, but freaked us out quite a bit by their capabilities and general aesthetic. This is our list of the top 10 scariest legendary Pokemon. Number 10, Zapdos. While Moltres and Articuno have a majestic quality to them, Zapdos with its sharp extended talons, its long beak and pointed wings, tail and head look like the kind of thunder-type Pokemon you would never want to run into on a
I don't mean to critique everything, but I kind of need to. Thunder-type Pokemon? It's electric type. And she even says electric type later, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Dark and rainy night. When Zapdos flaps its wings, it releases electricity that can potentially cause thunderstorms, as well as massive crackling and snapping noises. It sheds lightning bolts, people. It's pretty darn scary. And at number 9, Mewtwo. Now, go ahead and call us Gen 1ers, but for many of the fans of the Pokemon franchise who grew up when this series first hit the scene, Mewtwo was one hell of a horrific Pokemon. Now, for starters, it was a man-made legendary Pokemon. It has a horrible and tragic origin story, and it boasted a vengeance towards humanity that was unheard of in the Pokemon world. It was our first taste of how tremendous power doesn't always mean glory, as far as the anime and the first Pokemon feature film were concerned. Now in the games, players find out from the scientific logs of the partially destroyed Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar Island what exactly went wrong with Mewtwo, along with the horrific gene splicing experiments that it underwent. You eventually find it in Cerulean Cave after you are victorious at the Indigo Plateau. And that's just Mewtwo. It now has 2 mega forms that are arguably within the top strongest Pokemon of all time. And let's
just come on over here and go Mega Mewtwo X. Alright. Okay. Mewtwo X stats. Yeah, whatever. I mean, they're legendaries, they're bound to be.
let's be honest.
They're bound to be relatively good, but still.
Mega Mewtwo Y is utterly terrifying to look at. Moving on. And at number 8, Solgaleo. From Generation 1 to Generation 7, here we have Solgaleo, who, quite frankly, is pretty darn badass when it comes to
Who, quite frankly, will not hurt a fly unless commanded to by its trainer. That thing evolves from Cosmog. It evolves from this little bitty thing. Yeah. Solgaleo
aesthetic.
doesn't do anything. It's like strong Pokemon. Kinda. But still, that thing won't go and do anything primarily dumb or like world destroying.
But just like a lion in real life, you wouldn't want to get close to it for fear of it maybe biting your head off. Or another limb. Anywho, it's a
Man up. That's all I have to say. Man up. Pet a lion. Whatever.
Psychic Steel type. It's 11-foot, 507-pound Pokemon, and it's the emissary of the sun. Its
Let me check you on that. Solgaleo.
Body holds a vast amount of energy, causing it to shine with light when it's active. It's known as the beast that devours the sun, which, all things considered, really articulates just how powerful Solgaleo can be. And at number 7, Zygarde. Zygarde is the first of a handful of dragon-type Pokemon we have on this list. It also is a ground type, which makes sense considering its snaky aesthetic, or at least for its 50% form that is. Now over 16 feet in height and weighing approximately 672 pounds, this Pokemon has multiple forms, like several other legendary Pokemon on this list do, except Zygardes are all based off of how many cells it's gathered. The form we're specifically looking at today is its 50% form. Here's where it gets freaky though. According to its Pokemon Y Pokedex entry, it's hypothesized that it's monitoring those who destroy the ecosystem from deep within the cave where it lives. And if that did scare you enough, here's its Pokemon Sun entry. It wipes out all those who oppose it, showing not a shred of mercy. So that's swell if you manage to catch the Zygarde, but not so much if you're on the receiving end of one in a battle. Yikes. And at number 6, Qrain. Qrain is a dragon.
Alright. Qrain? How do you get Q? Okay, it's a little hard to pronounce Qrain. It's hard to pronounce kind of but Qrain, I don't understand how you're getting that. Kyrum, maybe. Kyrum. But no. Qrain, I'm disappointed in you.
Dragon Ice Pokemon, whose height is approximately 910 feet. It's a Generation 5 Pokemon who is capable of generating a powerful freezing energy inside of itself. Now according to legend, it can be hostile towards both humans and other Pokemon, eating them if it found them outside at night. Yup. Also according to legend, it's an extraterrestrial Pokemon, and its yellow eyes have no pupils, adding to the whole "I'm gonna crap my pants if I ever saw you" aesthetic. And at number 5, Rayquaza. Considering the immense size of Rayquaza, if you ever saw one in real life, I'm fairly certain you'd probably think the world is ending and the apocalypse is nigh. Rayquaza kinda has that effect on people. At 23 feet tall and 455 pounds, this dragon-flying type is from the Hoenn region, and prefers to spend most of its time high above the ground. In addition to that, rumor has it that it's hundreds of millions of years old. Something with that kind of longevity, or immortality rather, is not to be taken lightly. Plus, its Mega form is one of the most powerful Pokemon, if not the most powerful Pokemon.
You're correct about one of the most powerful. It's the second most powerful. It was the most powerful until November 16th of 2019, when Sword and Shield came out and we got Eternamax Eternatus, which surpasses Mega Rayquaza's base stat total by a lot. Like 1,200 base stat total on Eternamax Eternatus, I think. And when was this video made? December 17th, 2018. So months ago, came out about a month before that. But that doesn't matter. So yeah, if it had come out during 2019 when Sword and Shield had been out, Eternamax Eternatus, or just Eternatus would be on it. Like, Rayquaza's not that scary.
Pokemon to ever existed. And to be in possession of that kind of power alone, well, that's pretty freaky. Those tiny little eyes aren't helping matters much either. And at number 4, Type Knoll. Type Knoll is a synthetic Pokemon who falls into the normal type. It's one of the few legendary Pokemon known to evolve as well, evolving into the much less scary looking Silvally, thanks to when leveled up with a high friendship stat. Here's something that should give you shivers though. The contraption on its head is actually a piece of equipment to control its latent powers. Now according to its Pokemon Moon Pokedex entry, due to the danger that this synthetic Pokemon may go on a rampage, it wears a control mask to restrain its power. When it was created by the Aether Foundation, it was codenamed Beast Killer, and was developed with cells taken from all known Pokemon types. Now you'd think by Generation 7 scientists would have learned a thing or two about messing around with the genetics of Pokemon, but guess not. And at number 3, Giratina. Giratina is a
Giratina. Giratina. Half understandable. Like, if we just open Google Translate, because why not? I'm not going to translate anything. Giratina, right?
Giratina.
That just shows how stupid this lady Google Translate knows how to pronounce it. And you don't. This is your job.
It's a ghost dragon type, so obviously it made this list. If there was a horror Pokemon movie, Giratina would star as the terrifying ghost that kills off a bunch of teenage trainers.
Okay, understandable. This, scary. But, but like, after, like, even though this isn't super scary, it's just somewhat scary. Like, after you see it as normal, like, it's not scary at all. I'd want to hug that thing.
Take one look at it. Coming in at approximately 1,653 pounds, this is one Pokemon you do not want to mess with, especially considering it was banished to the Distortion World due to its uncontrollable violence. Plus, take one look at its origin form and try to not see a dragon centipede. Yep. Stuff a nightmare, friends. A Generation 4 Pokemon, it is said to have gazed upon our world from the Distortion World, silently, and can travel through dimensions. It's highly aggressive and territorial, and it often appears in cemeteries. So, like it.
Symmetries? What is a symmetry? Well, I know what symmetry means, but you sure you don't mean cemetery? You know, because like going off kind of like angel of death, something like that. Sure you don't mean cemetery? Man, Pokemon names, understandable, but a basic word? How did you get symmetry out of cemetery? Man, that's stupid.
Like I said, horror movie Pokemon. And at number 2, Yveltal. Yveltal is like the
Very, very understandable how you got that wrong, but Yveltal. Actually, I don't even know if I've pronounced it right, but I know that it's not Yveltal. Yveltal. It's Yveltal.
reverse atomic bombs of Pokemon. Its whole shtick is that it has the ability to absorb life energy. When it reaches the end of its lifespan, it expands its wings, steals all the life energy of every single living thing within a certain proximity of it, and then transforms into a cocoon, sleeping for 1,000 years. But that kind of power comes with immense responsibility. Being able to put an end to so many lives in just one flap of its wings is a massive deal, something that Team Flare took notice of, and once tried to harness that power and make it into a devastating weapon.
Once again, the 10-year-old, essentially infant, known as Ash Ketchum, was able to beat that monstrous murder man. So, scary, possibly. Strong, base stat total says somewhat, but in general, once again, no. A 10-year-old was able to beat it, so it's not I know this isn't a top 10 strongest legendary Pokemon, but still.
Standing at 19 feet tall and weighing 447 pounds, Yveltal is a dark flying type, and aside from its sheer power, it's pretty darn scary in terms of physical qualities. It's got those long red wings and tail with black highlights and long claws that curve inwards. Imagine those just like touching you, like grabbing your back from behind and you don't even know it. Ugh. And at number 1, Necrozma. Necrozma.
How do you, okay. Necrozma, yeah, relatively scary, but still, it's not that scary. Necrozma. It's Necrozma. Get it right.
Necrozma is a prism Pokemon, a psychic type, that looks like it crawled right out of our nightmares. Out of all the legendary Pokemon, Necrozma is the biggest enigma. found in the Aloha region. Its name's etymology is pretty dark too. It's a combination of the ancient Greek word for dead and the word for black and another ancient Greek word for prism. Its ultra form is believed to be based on giant stars or supernovae, with its main form playing on the idea of black holes, black dwarfs, light refraction, and neutron stars. And just like space, Necrozma is straddling the line of downright awesome and absolutely terrifying. According to its Pokemon Moon Pokedex entry, light is apparently the source of its energy. It has an extraordinary vicious disposition and is constantly firing off laser beams. Sounds like one hell of a way to get dead real quick. Now, according to the Ultra Sun entry, it looks somehow pained as it rages around in search of light, which serves as its energy. It's apparently from another world. All in all, pretty creepy. Alright, there we have it, friends. Do you agree with our picks? There's still quite a few terrifying and crazy powerful legendaries that we didn't include on our list, so if you guys want us to do a part 2, give us a shout in those comments below. Speaking of comments, here's some from our video Top 10 Best Sonic Boom Episodes Part 2. From Robert the Dude, Top 10 Sonic Videos this channel made. Actually though, that's an honest to God list we could totally make.